What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. For those who are new, my name is Elijah, and today it's gonna be different. Reaction to, or I guess a review of You Season 3, Episode 1. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Please, if you haven't watched it, get off. I will be spoiling it. I will, and I don't care. Okay, because I gotta talk about, because it's fresh in my head. I just got done watching it like 3 minutes ago. You know what I mean? And we here, and we gonna talk about it. I have been so blown away by episode 3. I just don't know where to start, and I'm gonna just go off what hit me off the most. You know what I mean? And then we just gonna keep going it from there. You know what I mean? So listen. Episode starts off them married, homie still spying on homegirl from where the season left off, right? The girl you didn't know her face or anything like that. And I forgot her name. It's crazy. I watched the whole episode. I forgot her name. But the woman that he's married to, they have their kid and etc. And he's not happy, you know? And he's just like, yo, I feel like I married the wrong one. But he feels like it's a sacrifice. This whole time he's thinking like, I'm gonna get me my girl and I'm gonna protect my girl. And he stayed faithful to that mindset to only find out right when it's time for him to cut the umbilical cord, it's a boy. And he's like, what? And I can see how that's a bit disheartening type of thing. It's like you have your expectations so high to only be shut down and realize it's not what you thought it was. In addition to that, it's like you lost like a set of purpose in a way, because something just took it away. It's like the best way I can explain it is like revenge, right? It's a horrible example, but when you're so dedicated to take somebody out and someone beats you to it, it's like, yo, really? And now you have this weighing anger just dwelling in you, and you don't know how to settle with it. And for him, that's kind of how it was when he was like, yo, it's supposed to be a girl. It's supposed to be a girl. It's like, what the heck now? What the heck? And I guess with him, it's a fear of like seeing another him, another you, get it? You, another. Anyway, it's like that. And so he's thinking like, yo, like this child gonna be just like me. He's gonna hate me because of how messed up I am. Don't realize they're both messed up, or maybe he does and he's just not connecting. It's just not a him thing, but hey. And the show progresses slowly. And I'm gonna say this word so many times, genjutsu. If you don't know, if you watch Naruto or any anime, it's gonna throw you out, but it's an illusion technique to have you like mesmerized or hitting just nothing but illusions, you doing what I want you to do or seeing what I want you to see, however you want to call it. I'm gonna keep saying genjutsu. And that woman that he was watching, I promise you, was hitting everybody with a genjutsu. I kid you not. I'm like, yo, this woman is playing her, because what threw me off the very beginning was when this man made a lie to say, you know what, I'm going to the store, honey, I'm gonna be back, right? But he gonna stalk her. We know his obsession at this point from season 1 to season 2. And we go, and he's going out to the store, slump, right? And he's having a whole fantasy like he had with previous episodes, like season 1 and season 2, where he fantasizes about the girl, you know what I mean, and doing the woo, you know what I mean? And so he pleasuring himself during the process. And the wife, the woman that he's been watching with the ring that we saw from that last episode, or the last episode, and she comes up, knocks on the window, and says, "Give us some diapers." You know what I mean? I'm like, so in my head, I'm like, so she didn't see this man, like, you know what I mean? There's no way, because you have to walk his direction, because I believe the entrance, I could be wrong, whatever direction is, she would have to see him frontward, not to side, to the right. She would have to see him frontwards, doing the do with the mouth open and everything. She has to, you know what I mean? And so she goes and taps on the window, you know what I mean? And it's like, hey, got you some diapers, heard your baby not sleeping and all that other stuff. So he takes it, and this threw me through a loop. She bought this man a pack of condoms. I ain't never seen or heard another married woman buy another married man a condom. The question was, one, why didn't you just give that to my wife? Second, it's like, how would you know what size? You know what I mean? How would you know? How that threw me off. I'm like, okay. In his mind, she's like, is she flirting with me? This dude goes out and starts creeping, following her to the library. This is where I knew she was casting again jutsu. He stalks this woman to the library, right? And there's no connection, there's no implication that she sees him as he's going through the library watching her and everything. Only when it comes to the checkout, she goes and checks out her books and he watches it, and then the baby starts crying. And then she sees him, he says, hey, and the woman sees him, the checkout, the librarian lady that's checking out her books or whatever it goes, and he goes, approaches the librarian after the lady had already checked out her books. And the librarian says, so like, you gonna follow her, or like you gonna buy, you gonna like, you want some service, right? Like, as far as the books goes. And he's like, yeah, I want to check out a book. I want a library card and I want to go ahead and check out something. You know what I mean? Or maybe just buy a library card. She presents a book and he's like, what's this? She said, that's the book the lady, you know what I mean, wanted. And that's at that moment. So basically she left a book for him. Keyword, she left a book for him to read. Not any book, a book about, I guess, married people with infidelity and cheating, how causes whatever. She left him that book. So she knew that he was following her. I don't know at what point the door he walked in, but she knew he was following her. And at that moment, I was scared for him. I was terrified because from season 1, you see him doing all the plays. You see him always figuring things out one step ahead, always catching people left and right. You see that all in season 1. Season 2, you realize towards the end he was hit with the nastiest Uno reverse card because he was being played from the beginning. You know what I mean? From the beginning. He just didn't know. That moment I was like, whoa, there's another him out there. Only to go to season 3, episode 1, to get played in the first 20 minutes of this 50-minute episode, to realize he was being played. And when I say played, I don't mean like she was getting over. I mean like, joke's on you, reverse card, sir. I know everything, hitting him with the Eisen. You know what I mean? I did not see that coming. And from there, she just knew, watching her from his balcony, she going out there, she knew. She even called homie. No caller ID, no caller ID. They have iPhone, no caller ID. And he like, how the heck did she get his number? My husband's I don't know if it was like security or internet security, something to do with the internet, something, whatever. And in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, how did that conversation go? How do you tell your husband, hey babe, I want the number of our neighbor, the husband specifically? How does that conversation go about with him being okay with it? Like, make it make sense. How did that work? So she knew, and she said the only place, and the only reason, I don't know how, she goes out into the outside, the pool area. She tells him the only place that she feels like she's not being watched by her husband, because there's security cams everywhere, that is out on the balcony. I mean, in the pool area, out on the front of her pool. And he's like, so what? So you wanted him to watch? It was like she was always a few steps ahead. Fast forwarding, he gets tempted. She invites him for a drink. She turns off the security cams. They go and about to, you know what I mean, do the for the one time, and he stops. He's like, nah, I have my wife, I'm changed, and etc. and they only kissed, and he dipped. She felt hurt, whatever. I'm skipping past because I'm trying to remember everything that's like hitting me right now. And then they go to I'm skipping like a whole section right now. They go to a party. We fast forward a party, right? The wife, his wife, the dude, the main character and his wife are there, and the wife got connected with some other women that were pregnant or just coming from giving birth, and there's another guy as well, and they're talking and etc. They pull her away, have their own separate conversation. The husband meets the wife. I'm sorry, the husband meets the husband of the African American woman that we see with the sword, the cross right here, the sword tattoo cross, whatever. I think that's what it was. And the main character questioning, is he flirting with me or he just being friendly, whatever. I'm just telling y'all right now, my mind says any man that sits here and leaves me by some food to cook, I'm looking at you crazy. Go ahead, sit there, watch the meat, whatever. I'm like, why did you bring me here? Just to watch the food? You think I'm gonna just sit here and watch food? Like, bro, like what? I don't know. That's just throwing me off. Moving forward, the wife finds out that the girls that she was talking to, that wanted to get to know her more, that she expressed her careers, her wanting to be a baker and everything, the pregnancy and everything, they start talking behind her back immediately. And I'm like, what? So y'all choose death, basically, because homegirl got a record that y'all don't know about. Y'all choose death because y'all don't understand. And then the woman that the dude was talking to, the main character watching the girl that was married, the guy that was watching her, gave him the conversation. Same woman approaches the wife, and I'm like, how this conversation gonna go? And she rescues her from that, like, hey, you want to talk about it? Let's go, walk away from it. And she expressed, hey, they think that I stole their man or that their friend's husband, which in reality, he was cheating. And I'm like, so why are you married to a man that you was cheating? So, like, he was cheating on another woman and you took him from the friend's girl that was cheating. So, like, that just don't make sense. Dude married to a wife, cheating on her with another woman, then you come in the fray, take him from her, and I guess the other woman you were cheating with. And I'm like, does that make sense to you? But anyway, they married. And so I just kept moving forward from that. I was like, what's her play? Because the whole time she was playing the main character. She was playing homie, and I'm like, yo, this woman hitting you with genjutsu. She's done her research. Maybe not too well, because if she did, you know, we gonna get to that. But I'm just saying, she was hitting people with genjutsus, and I'm like, what's this play by play? And then finally, she expressed to the wife that, hey, you want a bakery sale? I know a place for you to get your bakery and everything else, a spot for you, etc. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I skipped the part. And there's a reason why I'm going back to this, is because it was when, after the husband stopped when he's about to do with the woman that he's been following and creeping behind, he went back home. His wife came home and they were talking, and he was expressing to her like, hey, I want to try this newfound reasoning after he done, lock lips with another woman. He's just like, yeah, cool, right? But then they go and do the do, the do. And there's something they didn't show in that part. And they do the do, etc. Sparks are flying, they got the electricity flowing, the light bulb hitting the right, anyway. And the wife goes to the place where the woman is invited to see the spot for her open her bakery. As she's there, I guess the editor is doing this, or the storyline is doing a flashback present tense. So basically, as they're telling the present story, they're referencing back something, and they're constantly doing a back and forth. So each shot that you see in the panel with the frame, you see the wife talking to the woman that he was stalking, whatever, trying to set up the deal and showing her the house and everything. But then they reference back each frame, seeing her open this little thing, this little box within a what are those things that you call the vents? There we go, vents. And she sees one underneath like a table. She goes into a nice brown box. She's like, what is this? She opens it, and each moment she gets closer to opening, they're framing the wife with the girl that he was creeping on, right? And they keep doing this frame by frame. Her looking at her sideways, seeing a whole axe, and they just keep going back and back. It's like, oh, she's about to kill this woman. But why? Like, I didn't understand. And the green panties was in the box that was hidden in the van. The same green panties that he took, callback from the season 1, because I think he did that multiple times. Maybe season 2, but he definitely season 1. Takes the panties, keeps it before they were about to do. They didn't do the do. Puts it in this box. The wife finds this box, opens the box, see them seam grain of panties, and she's like, "This looks familiar." And I'm like, "Why is she looking at it like that? Like she don't know what this is." Only to find out that while they were the husband and the wife, the main character and his wife, I don't remember the names, forgive me. I'll do my best to remember the names. And she notices when they were doing the do, when he told her like, "Hey, let's try. I'm gonna try. I mean, we gonna get through this." In the moment of them doing the do, right, he went and sniffed the panties as he was doing the do with his wife. The panties belonged to the woman he was creeping on. You know what I mean? And she's like, "What?" And the wife saw it though. She saw it, but she didn't say nothing. She was like, "Why did he just sniff some panties? Like, what?" And she found those same panties, and in the box as well, it says Natalie. There was like a Starbucks cup, those cup holders, those brown cup holders, right? And it said Natalie. He put that there. I'm like, this dude's stupid. And he did that. And the wife's like, "You? So y'all did something." They didn't do anything. They only locked lips. But any woman, any person that cares about them, it's like, why do you have the panties of the other person in a box, in a vent, packaged? You know what I mean? It wasn't like a regular empty box. It was like a gift brown box package. You know what I mean? Like something you give for Christmas type of style. It was wrapped up, not all the way wrapped up, but it had like the gold lining, like the rubber thing, whatever. You got the X around the box type of thing. It was wrapped like that with a rubber, and it was neatly packaged. With all the other stuff relating to it, was neatly packaged. You know what I mean? And she's like, "Nah, that same axe, whoosh, you know what I mean? Murked. She did. The woman he was stalking, that we saw in season 2, asked the episode, he's like, "Who's this? Who are you?" Murked in episode 1. And I'm like, wow. And she says, I think we should go to counseling. So they got rid of his, even though he was cutting it off anyway, but it's like he lied about the obsession, so I don't think he's at the point to acknowledge it. But yeah, episode 1 of You, season 3. I don't know where the story's gonna go. I don't know if there's gonna be any more cheating. I don't know if he's gonna have to kill his wife and save the baby. I don't know. There was like one plot point though that was interesting when it came to the husband stalking the woman, and it was when they were in the house drinking, I don't know, some wine or whatever, and that was weird too, to see the glass break on impact. I'm like, what type of fragile cups glass did y'all doosh, and it breaks? I'm like, what? In my mind, I'm thinking she's playing him. That's that genjutsu, you know what I mean? I don't know if that was real or not, but she was explaining to him, like, in marriage, like, she realized, like, this ain't for her, and I see that in some other people. It's like, it's all good and dandy and etc. until you, like, in marriage and you realize, like, this probably ain't for you. Marriage is not for everybody, and it's interesting how they tackle it the way they do. The one thing I will say to that is, like, for those that have desires to get married and etc., you gotta learn to put yourself last. It's not about you when you get married. Like, it's about you, but it ain't really about you. Like, you're catering to another individual, and that goes vice versa, And so when you're in that, and you don't, this is why it's important, especially in your single season, that you really enjoy you and being single. Because if you don't, you're gonna want to live your single life inside marriage, and that's just not gonna work, So that's one thing. And then there's just some people that realize, like, maybe this just ain't for me mentally. And I still go back to, like, you really gotta take yourself out the equation, because once you have a kid, and I see a lot of people that do this co-parenting thing, because the moment a kid's brought into it, they separate. Gotta understand, it's not about you. I know there's more layers. I ain't trying to get that deep into it. In her particular case though, which was so weird, again, I go back, like, you married a man that was cheating on his wife with another woman, and chose to marry I don't understand that. And then she's like, this ain't for me. And I'm like, but do you not understand what you were putting yourself in? Like, did you not think about this? That's why I'm like, for her case particular, you gotta take time to just to know you and really enjoy your single season, so you won't. I don't know about her case is literally more of an outlier type of thing, but really gotta take time to know you. But I think that's almost say that episode 1. I didn't even know I was gonna do a review. I was like, I gotta talk about it, and so I ranted. I hope it wasn't too long. How long did I? Dang, 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. Why am I apologizing? I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I don't know if I'm going to do another one of these. Y'all have to let me know in the comment section down below. You know what I mean? Just, I need to know, or hit that like button. Hit the like button. I don't know. I like this series. I like this movie. This TV series, and it's cool to talk about. I like to know your thoughts and opinions. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I'm probably, if I do continue this, it'll probably be in review format versus reaction. Because I'm telling you now, I paused the heck out of it because I got to diagnose, because these people are doing big brain moves, and I'm like, wait, did I miss something? I got to go back. You know what I mean? I'll probably cut those out. But the point is, if you do want a reaction, you got to let me know. As far as I go now, just reviews. Enjoy about, because I'm probably, if I do reaction and the review is going to be like long. But anywho, that's just me. That's all I got to say. You let me know your favorite parts if you watched it in the comment section down below. Your thoughts on where the episode's going to be. No spoilers. Thank you. I have not watched everything in the recording of this. I have not. I just literally did episode 1. And so, yeah, I'm excited. Hope you're excited too. It's a beautiful show so far, and I'm here for the ride. Anyway, if you haven't subscribe till we meet again. Y'all stay safe and be blessed. Peace.